Hey, I've got the privilege next up of just introducing you to someone that has become something of a darling in my life, just a personal friend, an inspiration, someone who has opened my eyes to the current ways of work in many ways. I see this as Temba and not Alison, so I was a bit thrown. But Temba, I appreciate that you are a darling in my life. I do appreciate that. I'm hoping it's Alison next. I see she is on stage there. So Alison, let me call you up as I introduce you. Alison Godenir is somebody who really, I think, has hit center stage in the conversation around the different generations in South Africa. She has helped so many HR professionals and executive teams to just navigate how do we even deal with the different generations, their worldviews, their ways of working together. She is someone that is known as a behavioral alchemist. She came up with the concept of gen blending and has rolled that out to a whole lot of organizations. And just her consulting really helps organizations to navigate the now and into the future of the way people work together. So Alison, I'm really excited to have you here today and back at the conference again. I know you were an absolute hit. I don't know if you know this, everybody, but the speakers that have been selected for this 10th year conference are really just the best of the best from through the years. And so Alison is going to be just taking us through this year, the science of aligning teams to achieve sustained relevance using relevance curve navigation. So Alison, lovely to see you, lovely to have you, and I'm so glad we've got the next 5 minutes with you. Go for it.
Thanks, Mark. And I'm so glad I'm a darling. It's been a long time since I've been called a darling, so thank you for that.
Well, I think it was him. Timber thought it was him, so I'll apologize to him later.
I did get a shock. I was like, okay then. No, thank you for the intro. And yeah, mega excited to be sharing my topic with everyone. Thank you for introducing it, actually, Mark. So just for the audience, I'm going to probably repeat that topic. It's quite a long one, it's a bit of a mouthful. So the topic is the science of aligning teams. And I'm going to just highlight some operative words here. First operative word is aligning. I'm going to go back to that when I talk about themes. To achieve sustained relevance, huge topic at the moment in the world of business, using relevance curve navigation. So, and I'm actually really pleased that I'm following Linda when Linda was talking about toxic leadership, because I think there's such a flow and such a link into what I'm going to be talking about, because leadership plays a huge role in relevance. So my themes that I'm going to be taking you through and sharing with people in September will be, the first theme will be the actual reality of relevance. So I know we use this term, it's a real sort of buzzword, but what is going on when we talk about relevance? And the reality here is that the business models that we've been working with for so many years, decades upon decades, that really haven't shifted, are now irrelevant. And that is a fact. So we really need to be saying, well, okay, these linear approaches to business models, to systems, to platforms, to processes have to shift. And they have to shift into what I call the quantum. And once you're moving into that quantum, then you're really stepping into the place of relevance. So that first theme, we'll dig a little bit into that. What do these new relevance models look like and feel like? The second theme I'm going to be looking at is relevance curve navigation. So it's all very well to say, well, okay, we've got to be talking about relevance, but how do we navigate this? And I'm going to be introducing what I call cohorting. So in other words, cohorts post 2020. In other words, the class of 2020, what's happened in 2020? And so much has happened. So we're no longer just talking about generations or just talking about gender or just talking about cultures, but now we're talking about cohorts within those cohorts And it's fascinating, you know, what's coming out. The hustler cohort, the ecopreneur cohorts, the Y Suite cohorts. I mean, there's just amazing stuff that's coming out of the shifts that have happened post 2020. And then my third theme is what I term alignment. So great talking about relevance and how do we bring that all together to create alignment in organizations. So no more silos, no more separatism. How do we actually just create beautiful flow and synergy in organizations? So I'm going to be tapping into what I call diversity convergence. So looking at these cohorts, how do we converge them? I'm also going to be talking about fourth dimension data. So this is really exciting and very new. And fourth dimension data is tapping into the field of human ecology. So how do we increase engagement from a very humanistic way, but using science? So that's what we mean by fourth dimension data, and I'll definitely be digging deeper into that. And then lastly, in my theme of alignment is spending a lot of time talking about, or a lot of emphasis talking about accountability and consequence. Because I just think this is really lacking in organizations at the moment, especially with the younger cohorts. It's great to have the freedom and the co-creation and the collabing that happens, but with that has to come levels of accountability and consequence. So what is a model or models that we can use that ensure that? So why have I listened to my topic? Well, I would say because for any organization that wants a future commerce, relevance.
Wonderful, Alison. Well, I'm so excited to see what you've got to share with us. It feels like this is the evolutionary step now from some of the work that you've done the last few years and some of the stuff you've been preaching. So I'm really excited for it. Thanks so much for being here with us. And are you going to be mulling around a little bit amidst the workshop tables? No? Okay. So perhaps September then people can catch up with you.
Yeah, we can definitely in September, but not today, unfortunately.
Great, great. Well, lovely to see you. We'll see you again in September. If you would click those, just your camera on and mic on, and then we can move on. Thanks, Alison. Lovely to see you.